everybody, and welcome back to some more of This Morning. Now, today we have a very special guest, a talented guest at that. So, we have a local poet. His name is Glenn Shalry, and he is here to enlighten us today about a Rhapsody. It is an event that's going to be happening this Saturday, the 30th, and it's for artists by artists. So, first of all, Glenn, warm welcome to you here at DBS. How are you today?
I'm fine, thanks, and I really appreciate the warm welcome you're giving me this morning.
You're welcome. And another thing too, I know this area too, as you're talking off camera, is your old stomping ground. So it's almost like a trip down memory lane. So you should really feel at home around here with us at DBS.
Yes, provided that my memories were good.
Good stuff. So I am excited. There's a really great event happening, which is a great showcase of our local talent. So tell us a little bit more about Rhapsody and the whole purpose of this.
Okay, Rhapsody essentially is a platform for local artists to showcase their talent. We recognize that there's just so much talent in St. Lucia. It's like ripe mangoes running by the
Yes,
side of the road.
I agree.
In every community. And there isn't anything actually going on at the moment, so people can really showcase their talent. And there's a gripe with a lot of us artists in that we don't really feel that we're being appreciated as much as we ought to be. I think that we are just as talented as anybody else. However, in St. Lucia, there's this stigma about artists that if you dedicate your life to the arts, that you're wasting your time, that you should be
It goes
getting into
nowhere.
yes, all of that. And then again, I think that type of attitude also filters its way through to the policymakers, and I don't really think that they give enough in terms of support, both financially and in terms of infrastructure and facilities to artists to help the arts grow. So what we really want to do is to really put ourselves out there so that people could see the abundance of talent that we have in St. Lucia, so that hopefully that corporate sponsors can get involved and that we can get the recognition that we deserve, and that government can finally have the confidence in us so that start investing in us so that we could actually have that creative industry that we hear so much about but little has been done to actually make it a reality.
So, what can we expect for Saturday evening? How is it going to unfold? What sort of talent are we going to be seeing emerging?
Okay. Half of the show is really going to be an open mic segment, but we do have some featured guests. This week we're going to have the band from the Boys Training Center, and I think it's important to have them because there's this stigma about Boys Training Center and the boys up to no good. So we really want to let St. Lucia see what these boys have, and actually it's my firm belief that a lot of the deviance that's happening around the place is because people don't really have an outlet, and I think that the arts provide that type of outlet. And I think if the arts was available to many young men and young women, that they wouldn't really take to decadence, and they would look to be creative and productive citizens. So hopefully with this platform given to the Boys Training Center, people can see the possibilities of what the arts can do, not just in terms of bringing monetary gain, but in terms of the social impact.
True.
In the sense of touching people's lives and making them become more productive. It's actually going to be at 758 Books. That's in the Gable Woods Mall, the food court, and it's free to the public. Basically, we're doing this out of our own pockets, and we just want people to just come out and support. It's slated to start at 6. However, St. Lucians just have this thing of not coming on time,
We need to fix
So
that.
I really hate the fact that we have to advertise at 6 and then we can't start until 6:30 because people are just moseying in and
Yes.
chilling and smiling and
So,
yeah.
St.
we have
Lucia,
to be, yeah.
you guys better be listening clearly. 6 o'clock sharp. Show is gonna start. So whether you're there or not, they're gonna commence. So don't miss out on this because I have a feeling I know there's so many broad categories, even fashion, artists, poets, so much more. So I think there's a lot to look forward to. And 758 Books, we visited there before, so I know it lends itself to the occasions and to give that platform. And I know they always transform based on what's happening. So I know the ambience will be right. It's going to be a great time to see the talent. And before we wrap up, just tell us a little bit about yourself, how you got into poetry, and how long have you been doing it, Glenn?
I was kind of forced into becoming a poet. Actually, I didn't know that I was one, but I always had this overactive imagination, and it was really when I started putting, the as I see my demons behind the lines of poetry, and people started to tell me that that I had something special, and that's how actually I became birthed as a poet. And I had a little stint in Trinidad where I studied, where I got introduced to the spoken word format. And I came back to St. Lucia and I wanted to see that same type of environment in St. Lucia. So I started out with Head Funk. We had like a 8-year run, which was just fabulous. People who used to come out used to always be impressed at the level of talent that we had in St. Lucia. And since it's been dormant, those of us who got addicted to performing on stage,
Yes.
we really needed that thing, because artists suffering from depression because
'cause you're
nothing's going
missing
on
having
and
that
all of that. Yes, so we
platform.
just had to come together and just do our own thing. And the difference with this one is that it's owned by artists. So even if I'm at the Arrows tip now, I don't intend to be there all the time. And I would like to be able to step back and allow successive generations to come forward and just know that that platform is there for them.
I agree. So we'd love that. So come out St. Lucia, 6 p.m., 758 Books. That's in the food court area of the Gablewoods Mall. We have talent like Glenn, TK the Boss. I know a lot of you are familiar with him. Dree Notes all the way from the South. Great gospel rapper, poet. So much more. So there's talent to be discovered. Some you may know and some that you might not. But this is the opportunity to show support for the creatives that we have here. And Glenn, I want to thank you very much for coming through. And of course, we wish you all the best, full support. We will make our way through as well. So we will also bring highlights of that. So and you guys just need to make sure you come out in full force, 6 p.m. and support.
Thank you so much for having me.
You're welcome. Welcome back, everybody. It is time for more of This Morning. I am Chayla Mendez. We are here at Sedu, and we have a friend of ours, a familiar face, hopefully, if you always watch This Morning. And we have Michelle. How are you today?
Hi, Chilla. I'm doing well, thank you. And you?
I'm feeling great and excited for the news that you have to share because, of course, Michelle is representing for different entities right now, but of course, we know her for Slatera and Startup Huddle. And right now, there's so much to talk about the Youth Ambassador, Commonwealth Essay Competition, and so much more good things to help support local uprising talent, entrepreneurs. So, Michelle, where do we start in the grand scheme of everything?
Okay, so I'm going to start first of all with the Youth Ambassadors Program because it is currently a program which is garnering a lot of interest for those persons who have heard about it and be like, oh my gosh, why didn't I hear about this before? So the Youth Ambassadors Program is open to secondary school students between the ages of 15 to 18 years of age. And it's open to students in the OECS Commonwealth, well, the OECS states, I should say. And right now, the program is gearing towards the August range here. So it's open from August 8th to August 26th. And the program allows secondary school students who participate to take part in mentoring programs, workshops, and other skill building sessions. They get to go to the United States for 3 to 4 weeks, and they get to stay with a U.S. family. And they get to meet with other students from around the Caribbean islands who are participating as well. And the 2018 Youth Ambassador Jai Ogist is a young lady which I'm very impressed with. She's doing some really great things since she returned. And one of which I recently heard about when she did a program with International Women's Day. That was something that was completely awesome. So this just gives persons an idea as to what is possible when they participate in the program. Now, it opened 2 weeks ago, and the application process will close April 15th. So I'm really imploring, as many secondary school students as possible to apply for the program. It is open. Of course, they're not looking for any specific types of persons, but once you are a member of some sort of youth group or any group which does any work, social impact work or work with the community, then of course you are eligible. So please apply. And what's even more amazing about this, persons must be saying, but what does it cost? It is fully funded. When I say fully funded, I mean you don't pay anything for it. For parents out there who are looking for their students to participate in something over the summer holidays and your students meet the criteria, this is a program that you can send them to. Teach them how to become a leader and then come back home to a totally new student, a totally new child. So this is an opportunity for them to be independent but also be responsible for something other than themselves.
Now, to keep things moving, I know there's also the essay competition, the Commonwealth essay competition. So let's talk about that.
Yes, so it's the 2019 Queen's Commonwealth Essay Competition. And for 2018, I served as a junior judge for the competition. 10 students from St. Lucia participated, and 6 of them won gold, silver, and bronze awards overall. And that was amazing because we had over 12,000 entries around the Commonwealth. So our St. Lucian students did extremely well. And just to give a quick update, those students were Khadijah Halliday, Kishelle Auguste, Zoya Howell, and also Ariel Albert. So these were the only awardees we were able to identify, mainly because they applied independently. And this is another thing that I wanted to make mention of, is that when students apply for this competition, it's advisable that they do so under their school, so that their school can be noticeable on their application. Because when it comes to identifying the winners, it's like a needle in a haystack. And one of the reasons they were unable to disclose the identities for me was because I also served as a judge. So I had to literally be going around trying to find who those students were, and it was a task. So by the students registering as part of the school, when they are, or if they turn out to become winners, we can easily say, well, those winners came from this school or that school.
Now, with that said, I know we're going to close off because you all have an event coming up. So you want to make sure that people come. It's going to be on Sunday. So you have to be out there to support.
Yes, so we're really excited. When I say we, I'm talking about my team, and that is the Startup Huddle St. Lucia team. We are having our very first paid event, paid initiative, and it's hosted by KL Productions, which is one of our first presenters in November of last year who took part in the program. And the event is called Jazz in the Gardens. And we're showcasing young musical talent. Now, you know, we work with youth, we work with entrepreneurs, so we're trying to assist them in as much as possible. And since our client and our partner is a young person himself, he knows all of those persons out there. So getting the lineup was not difficult because we have a lot of persons who are aspiring to bigger and better things. So the event is going to take place at Chateau Heritage in Dennery, and the venue is ideal. When we say gardens, it is beautiful. It is outdoors. There's flowers, there's leaves, there's twinkling lights. It's going to be gorgeous. And the admission is $25 for adults, $10 for kids, and VIP all-inclusive $50. It starts at 3 p.m. and ends at 8, and then the after party starts at 8 and ends at 10. For those persons who are worried about transportation, fear not. Transportation is available from Castries to Dennery, and then from Dennery back to Castries. So persons will be getting transportation. And one of the key things that I wanted to mention is that this fundraiser is, it serves 3 purposes. One reason is to aid one of our clients in attending a conference that he was invited to. And secondly, it's also to, as I said, showcase young promising musical talent in the Castries and Dennery area, because one of the groups that will be showcased is a youth group. They'll be performing for the first time. So we're really excited about that. And thirdly, we would like to give back because the fundraiser is not just going to serve one purpose for one person. Moving forward, we're looking to do this event annually. So for any other young musical talent who would like assistance, whether it be purchasing equipment, whether it be traveling for performance purposes, we would like to assist them. Tickets are available online at easyclicktickets.com, one of our partners, We have two sponsors on board with us right now for catering. We have M&S Party Rentals and Supplies, and we also have one of our clients again, Melly's Mix It Up.
So there you have it, St. Lucia, as we always like to do, wake you up in the know. Thank you so much, Michelle, for
thank you.
enlightening us, and you're most welcome. So guys, don't sleep on these opportunities. Make sure you get on it. If you want to experience something different, there's so many options right now, but of course, make sure you're following Michelle at Slatera on Facebook, or you're following the blog, and of course, be there on Sunday to come out and support. So we look forward to seeing a lot more coming from you guys, and I have a feeling there's something else coming. But you guys just need to stay tuned to this morning, stay tuned and locked onto these pages, and we'll keep bringing you more.